This is one of Nairobi's many dump sites. This place is surreal. If you were here now, you would feel the smell of shit and trash piled up throughout the years. Our journey into the city of zombies starts here. The desperate who live in this place obsessively inhale the fumes of a yellow liquid that they carry around everywhere. They're intoxicated. They're hungry.
Hii ni nini? Glue. Na itafanya nini? Kama utavuta glue, itafanya nini? Kwa nini unatumia gamu? Stress ya nini?
Maisha, mashida za hope. Njaa.
Ukivuta lazima ukuwe na morali ya kazi, na mentality kwanza inapotea ile ya njaa.
We climb on top of the garbage hill where other guys scavenge trash piles next to a group of marabous. It's like walking on the back of a foul-smelling monster that occupies the center of a neighborhood, inhabited by a number of animals, insects, bacteria, and human beings who make a living collecting stuff on top of it. None of them walk without their glue. Many of them are so dazed that they experience brain blackouts, passing out for a few minutes.
Unasikia nini? Unasikia nini?
The solvents inside the glue can cause effects similar to a hangover. It's a depressant substance that can cause loss of concentration and lack of coordination.
But it can also induce hallucinations and transform you into a very hostile and aggressive person. The guys around us are friendly, but also very unstable.
What happened to you? This knife. My friend, I took somebody guy money, nachukua naweka kwa mfuko yangu, ananinyang'anya, si tunaanza kupigana. Ulikuwa navuta gum, yani venye unavuta gum, yani na kuuse mind. Hii gaping ikanipa mariziki ya tumbo.
Lakini katika siku moja unaweza kupata pesa ngapi?
Utapata 150.
€1.50 are enough just for something to eat once a day and for a quarter of a bottle of glue, one of the most popular drugs among Kenya's 300,000 homeless children. 60,000 of them live here in Nairobi.
We're going to show you how easy it is to buy glue in Nairobi in a slum. This is Evans, he's 13 years old, he's been sniffing glue for so many years already. There's a shoemaker over there, he's going to go and get it and come back.
The boy walks inside the shack, and moments later, there he is.
See, now he's got it. He's bought it for 20 shillings. Look at it. Very easy.
We empty his bottle and let him go.
Okay, asante.
Aware of the fact that he's going to get some more glue within a few minutes. What's absurd is that everything happens in broad daylight. The slums are full of shoemakers who don't care about making a few bucks selling glue to street children.
Mtoto mmoja amekuja hapa na amenunua gamu. Kwa nini unauza gamu na watoto wa mitaani?
Tunashona viatu, kutengeneza viatu repair, kuweka sol. Hiyo tu ndio kazi yetu.
See, even when the evidence is there, they deny it.
Like many African metropolis, Nairobi is a city that wears you out. Millions of people survive on an economy of small things, of old, second-hand and patched up stuff. Welcome to the world below $1 a day. If you make it, good for you. Otherwise, it's your fucking problem. And once the youth sees opportunities being stripped from them day after day, you know what might come next. Violence.
This is a tunnel in Nairobi where a gang of robbers lives. They use mainly knives and machetes.
This is an injury.
Why were you fighting?
I fight for my life.
What do you do for a living?
Kakara, kuibia watu. Mimi nina 18.
Na umeishi kwa wakati gani katika mtaani?
Kutoka 2006 mimi huwa nanyonga watu. Kwa sasa hii nyonga na hii tishia shika hivi tatoa kama hapa.
Nairobi's underground tunnels are full of desperate kids. This guy who lost his right arm in an accident pulls out a plastic bottle.
Like this one.
The liquid inside it is transparent. It looks like water, but it's not. It's a toxic inhalant that has become very popular here over the past few years. It's called mafuta ndege, jet fuel. It's composed by hydrocarbons, especially kerosene, plus chemical additives such as icing inhibitors to make sure the fuel doesn't freeze at the low temperatures above 30,000 feet. It's highly toxic and very, very cheap. In the southeastern suburbs, not far from Jomo Kenyatta Airport, it has become the drug of choice for many street children who seek a quick relief from stress and anxiety. It's sufficient to just pour some liquid on a small rag and inhale it, to be immediately hit by a rapid sequence of dizziness, vertigo, and hallucinations. Yet exactly like glue, it lasts only for a few minutes. In order to get a lasting effect, the young jet fuel junkies need to sniff hundreds of times a day. Cardiovascular collapse and respiratory distress are the most common consequences.
Not to mention the frequent brain blackouts, which can cause devastating damage. This boy is so stoned that basically he just fell and he hit his head. Umenunua nini?
Mlango kubwa. Mali mtu anajificha anauza.
So who's this dealer hiding in the area of Mlango Kubwa? After a few phone calls, we're told where he lives.
We're entering now Mlango Kubwa, one of the most dangerous areas in Nairobi and one of the most dangerous in Africa.
Another reason to be careful is that a number of Islamist militants with the Al-Shabaab group live here. At the end of the road, there is a small square where a group of boys and girls bizarrely stares at us. They look lost.
This is an area where a lot of drug addicts meet. Most of these kids sniff glue and some of them use jet fuel as well. Okay, let's go.
Their dealer lives in this barrack, and once inside, we're stunned. We find ourselves face to face with an old polymylitic who shows us his best merchandise, jet fuel. He tells us he gets it from intermediaries who steal it from the airport or the companies producing it.
60 shillings.
60 shillings. This one.
Unajua kitambo walikuwa wanapenda gamu, lakini siku hizi wameturn kwa hii.
How many children come here to buy? Every day, I mean.
More than 100.
What's the point of selling this if you know that it damages children so much?
Unajua wakati huo tukiuza, unajua problems una otherwise ya kupata hii pesa. Sasa inabidi tu inafanya tu for the sake of money.
You're not afraid that police will come and arrest you?
Bribe them with 500 and then they go away.
Aluda.
Once out of his barrack, we find ourselves in a waking nightmare. What's freaking us out is that it really feels like being surrounded by zombies. Guys who have gone mad and who try to talk to us, even though it's impossible to understand what they're saying. We feel very, very uneasy.
Mambo vipi? Hii ni mtoto wako?
Hii ni mtoto wangu.
Ngoja, kwani. Bambino joka con la bottiglia piena di cola. Hii ni nini?
Hii moja ni glue.
Ni glue, lakini sio nzuri kwa mtoto. Mtoto anatumia glue?
Hapana.
Lakini wewe unavua?
I want us to people to help us.
Wherever we look, we see eyes at half-mast, lips sucking from bottles, catatonic or hostile expressions.
Check the camera. What about your stomach?
Until Mark, our guide through this living hell, warns us.
We have to go.
We have to go. Why?
No cameras. I'm seeing a different movie.
I think we have to go now because the situation is getting out of hand. So we need to leave. Wait. Yeah. Let's go. Okay. Sorry. Let's go.
We follow his instructions and we walk away, a bit shaken by the place we've just seen.
These kids are unpredictable. Some of them follow us. Oh, wait. Okay. Wait, kuja. No. Wait. Easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. Okay, twende tafadhali. Let's go. Let's move the car now, please. Twende. Yes.
Nairobi is full of zombie towns like Mlango Kubwa. This is Kayole, another junkie area where many street children meet. Among them, there are many single mothers.
Mtu anavutanga kwa jia stress, kwa jisa zingine umefungia nyumba, unalala nje, utafanya nini? Utamwangalia, lazima uvute, na umwangalie na umtafute kitu ya kukula.
She's sniffing that stuff, and at the same time, I'm wondering how is she going to take care of this baby?
The young boys and the girls are given the clue to sleep. So the mom can go out and loiter, look for men to fuck them and give them money. Nowhere to sleep, nowhere to eat, nowhere nothing. Look the way he looks like.
Look at.
He's pregnant.
She don't have a
The husband is nowhere.
It is almost impossible to raise a child with no husband, no family, no help, no home, no money, and an obsessive solvent addiction.
Many of these kids end up wandering around like stray dogs. Steve is one of them.
Mama yako anajua kwamba wewe unavuta misi.
Lakini alinipatanga siku moja, nikagongwa kama mnyama, nikaskiji, nikahopa, nikahepa nyumbani. Kutoroka nyumbani, nikaanza kulala na akina skidi. Lakini skidi wakadonesha mafomu. Sasa nikazoea.
Steve and his friends survive collecting trash. Once they've got enough, they sell it for a few shillings to some intermediaries who then sell it back to bigger collecting centers. With a few coins he made, he and his friends can get themselves some stuff. A moment later, there he is, with a bottle of jet fuel in his hand.
Good.
When you're only 11 years old, the word consequence isn't part of your vocabulary yet. Intoxicating yourself with kerosene is just a game like any other.
This is microphone. Lakini hakuna kitu naimba. Lakini wakamsahau choka.
Na unasikia nini?
Mimi nasikia steam, hebu vuta kiasi. Pafu mbili. Lakini si mbaya.
Ni mbaya sana.
Ya mara ya kwanza ndio mguko ho, lakini ukivuta mara ya pili ya tatu, inakuwa mzuri. Kuja base yetu na kufundisha hadi kuchemba.
Kids like Steve grew up in an unstable and violent environment where theft, fight and prevarication are constantly all around you. And if you get hurt, no one gives a shit.
Umefanya nini hapa?
Mimi iko bondo na gari.
Umeenda daktari?
Sijaenda.
Kwa nini?
Sina pesa.
Without money, you have to make do because this city doesn't give you anything. It just takes and takes and takes. Especially when you meet some of the many corrupt cops standing at the side of the road. All they want is your money. It's from them that Steve and his friends must hide when the sun goes down. In order to find them, we have to go and look in the slums.
We are in the outskirts of Nairobi, and this is one of the areas where street children come and sleep. Na umefanya miaka mingapi katika barabara?
Katika barabara? Miaka 3. Maisha mabaya. Ndio tena bezi ni kubaya. Watu wanapigana na machupa. Juu unaweza kufia kwa bezi ama ushikwe.
Unalala wapi?
It's really unbelievable. I mean, he's sleeping in this very small tunnel. Like an army of rats, street children sneak into these tunnels to spend the night. No one cares about them, except an Italian organization called Amani, which has been active for years all over Nairobi to provide hundreds of kids at least 2 hot meals a week. The luckiest of them get a golden opportunity too. A chance to get away from streets, glue and jet fuel and build their own future. A boy like Steve doesn't go unnoticed.
He's young, smart, and he's got potential.
And most importantly, chemical solvents haven't messed with his brain yet.
Therefore, Amani has decided to make him an offer. $2 move into the Kivuli Center, where tens of young boys and girls like him are rescued, fed, and sent back to school.
Hakuwezi ingia maji. Then uruke kwa nyingine tuone vile utalala.
Tukuingia tualala kwa vumbi.
Kwa vumbi.
Lala kwa mawe. Kwa manyasi unaona ngaji. Ukinyasha. Sasa watu wanamkanga usiku wanaenda kukaa.
Wewe unadanganya. Ndio. Ndio magoli Kila mtu anafanyia haki.
Da 20 anni a questa parte siamo in Kenya per sostenere progetti sociali per il recupero dei bambini di strada. Io quando vado a vedere i bambini di strada la prima cosa che mi viene da pensare è non c'è futuro. Nel momento in cui i bambini entrano nel centro e mangiano e hanno tutto ciò che gli serve per vivere, lasciano anche con una certa facilità l'uso delle droghe. Conosco molti di loro che oggi lavorano, hanno studiato, sono arrivati fino all'università e oggi per esempio uno di loro da che sniffava colla o sniffava carburante per aerei, oggi per esempio lavora in banca.
These are children of Africa, being entangled in drugs and substances that can ruin their lives. Our system is not even monitoring such things across Africa. African children are now being involved in hard drugs that could damage the future and the future of others. Those drugs can damage their future and destroy the future of other people. Imagine from this young age, these children are taking such substances. By the time they grow older, they will no longer be doing those jobs to get the money to take those substances. Then they involve in robbery and picking pockets. There is need for African government to look into this matter, because in all African countries, across different African countries, South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, whichever country it is in Africa, and across the Caribbean, young children, young men and women are involving themselves in drugs, and which is very bad for their mental health and their future. African government, they need to put things in place to protect and guide these children if the parents cannot, across different African countries, because these children are the leaders of tomorrow. These children will become youths and leaders of tomorrow, so their lives should be protected at all costs.